All right, well, hello friends. Welcome to another Worship on Wheels. It is a beautiful day. I'm going to check, make sure this camera's on, see if I can see a flashing light, and I do. All right. Well, if things look a little different, that's because I am in Hot Springs, Arkansas at the Hot Springs Spyder Rally, and it has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. The people here have treated me very kindly. Louisiana Mike has spent time with me and made this trip way enjoyable. He has a very kind demeanor to him, but just a super sweet guy, and we have had a lot of fun just hanging out, eating food, and just talking about life and family and motorcycles, and it's just been really good. And it's got me thinking about some things that I've been dealing with in my life. And as you know, by the way, enjoy this beautiful scenery because it is absolutely stellar. It is so beautiful here. It's hard to even quantify. It just to let it all soak in. So do enjoy the beauty as I talk too. Don't let it just be the words. Let the visuals sink in just a little bit. I'm heading in the direction of a little town called Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Now, Arkadelphia has a dam there, and I ran there years ago. They had a race there called the Dam Night Run, and you ran across the dam at night, and it was just the coolest thing. Anyway, enough of that. I'm sorry. I'm like, like I said, I'm like a dog who sees a squirrel. I got to go chasing after it. But I know these roads not in the sense of great knowledge, but in the sense that I just remember from years ago how beautiful they were. All right. So let's talk about what God's put on my heart. And you know, what it is, it's about time. You ever feel like you don't have enough time? Or you feel like you waste too much time? And I think both are bad. Both of those positions are bad. In the book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 12, it says, teach us to number our days. Yeah, number your days, buddy, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Wow. Gain a heart of wisdom. Isn't that awesome? Because that's what we want. We want to be wise. We really do want to number our days, and we want to take that and not squander our time. Now, here's another one. This isn't in the Bible. This is old Uncle Benjamin Franklin. Here's a couple of quotes he had on time. Here they are. Dost thou love life? Then do not squander time, for that's the stuff life is made of. And it really is. Here's another thing he said. Lost time is never found again. Yeah, let that sink in. Lost time is never found again. I had a guy years ago talk to me about time and how I lived my life, how I spread myself too thin and pushed too hard. And then there were other times in my life I would have friends say, man, as a younger man in particular, you sure can't waste a lot of time. And I did. I wasted a lot of time. Not on anything really bad. It was just the fact that I was wasteful with my time. And there are moments in your life where you wish you could get that time back, but like old Ben said, once you lose it, you don't get it back. So how do we take those concepts, to number our days and to seek that wisdom, and how we manage our time? And what does that even mean? How does that work? Because the way I managed my time when I was young and what I was capable of doing, physically, I was able to do a lot of physical things young that I just can't do anymore. And I had a lot of conversations about that out here with a lot of riders. What is too far? How hard is it to push too hard, or any of that thing? Because I find myself pushing really hard in everything that I do. I was told this years ago Every day you start with a bank account. That bank account, you can't carry money over into the next day, but you can do so much damage to your account that you can damage your account the next day. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So your bank account is your time, your day. You can overdraw that day. You really can. You can push so hard that you just waste yourself. You are just wasted, exhausted, and you know you've got to do it again tomorrow, but you're so tired that you literally robbed time from the next day. And so now you find yourself having to sleep 2 hours in the middle of the day, or you sleep in, or you're so angry and bitter that you don't even want to get out. You borrowed time from that next day, and you can't get it back. You've overdrawn that daily account. I find myself doing that more now than I did when I was young. I'm the kind of person that I will set a deadline in my mind of how I have to do things, and I'll just do it. I'll just do it. And if it means I don't get in the bed till 4 a.m., I'm not going to stop. I'm wrong on doing that too, because the next 3 or 4 days I'm miserable and I'm useless when I do that. And then there's the other side of it, where you sit around and you don't take any of that time. You don't draw any of that time out, really. And then at the end of the day, that account is zeroed out, whether you did anything with it or not, and we squander that time. I don't think either one of those scenarios are a very productive way of conducting your life. So what does the proper time management mean to you and mean to me, and what does it have to do with God? Well, God did not put you here to be miserable, and He did not put you here to squander your life away. You have been given a gift. Every moment of your life is a gift. This ride that I'm on, I'm going to tell you right now, the weather, it says 90, but in the shade right now, it's cool. This is perfection. I am so grateful for the time that I have right now. I just can't even express it. This trip out here, I pushed myself too hard on the way out in the heat, and my body paid for it. It did. That's how God speaks to me, through my hard-headedness. And it is through the kindness and gentleness of others as I've been here that have made this trip so amazing and so good. Andy and Mike and the others, and you people know who you are. I shook the hands of a lot of people this week, and you guys really made me feel very special, and I appreciate it. And that has taught me that the time that I pour into this stuff is valuable. A lesson that I need to learn. We all need to learn lessons all the time in everything we do. So how are you dealing with your time? Are you overdrawing so that you're useless tomorrow? You're working so hard that you don't even know what to do. And you know, when you do that also, you're not very productive, right? Because you're just, you're putting out fires. And if you're just putting out fires all the time, you can't ever build anything. That's a painful world to be in. We've all been there, and that ain't no fun. The best way to do things is to have a plan and to systematically build. Gonna turn around right here. As much as I'm enjoying this ride, and I am, I know that my time tonight is limited, and that if I squander the time, that you won't get this video in the morning. And your time, like mine, is valuable, and I don't want to rob a moment from you. The entire concept of time and how we manage it is important to the way we live our lives, the choices that we make, and where we place the things that are valuable in our life on the rung of importance. God, family, friends, work, motorcycles, all of that. Every bit of it is very important. By the way, I listed them in my sequence. God, family, friends. There's my big three. God and people. Be sure and invest your time wisely, because once you spend it, once you lose it, once you waste it, you never get it back. All right. Well, there you have it. I'm going to enjoy the ride in the shade the rest of the way back. And I hope that you are having a wonderful time. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you got a little bit of something out of it. I know I did, because I really have been thinking seriously about the management of my time in the last 2 weeks. And remember, friends, yes, you're loved, and so am I, and that's great news. Now, you go change the world. Don't waste no time now. Time's a wasted. Time is a wasting.